Choosing the wrong real estate agent can cost you time, money, and sanity. And most of all, a bad realtor stains the reputation of every other agent that a person will come in contact with forever. So today, I'm going to tell you how to tell if you hired the wrong realtor with these 20 red flags to look for, and we're going to get started right now. Hello and welcome back to All Things Tennessee with me, Ben Barredo, your local real estate pro and relocation expert for East Tennessee. Listen, I talk to homeowners every day and I hear the same story all the time as I talk to buyers and sellers. A story about an agent that didn't answer their phone starting the second after that person signed an agreement to work with that realtor. Or the realtor that promised one thing and immediately turned around and pressured the person in the opposite direction. And something that I tell people all the time is that the bar to get a real estate license is super low. If you can pass a test, you don't have a criminal conviction or a felony, and you can pay some dues, then you can get a real estate license. And too many people get into this business thinking it's either a get-rich-quick industry or they do it part-time as a hobby, and they don't care about the people that hire them or expect professionalism and a level of commitment that comes with agency. My goal as a real estate agent is to elevate the opinions and reputations of realtors one client and one interaction at a time. I'm not perfect and I've dropped the ball many times, but at the end of the day, I know I put my clients first, and I want you to find an agent in your area that meets those same standards. That's why today I'm going to cover 20 red flags that signal you've hired the wrong agent. Let's dive right into these red flags so you can spot them early. As soon as this video is over. One of the main reasons sellers and even buyers seek out the help of a real estate agent is to get guidance or reassurance on pricing. Whether selling their house or ensuring they don't overpay for a house, a real estate agent should be prepared to have a conversation about pricing. Many mediocre realtors will avoid this conversation at all costs, and when they can't avoid it, they just tell the clients what they think they want to hear. This is a huge disservice to the client. I believe a major role that I play as a realtor is to educate and clarify, and if your agent isn't discussing an honest market value of your home or telling you what the market says that a house you're about to make an offer on is truly worth, that's a big problem. Overpricing or underpricing can kill a sale. Overbidding can cost you money unnecessarily, and underbidding can lose you the house of your dreams. Now, riding off the coattails of pricing conversations is tough conversations in general. Whether it's discussing repairs after a bad inspection or a price reduction conversation with a homeowner whose house hasn't received any offers, good agents don't shy away from tough topics. They tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. If your agent doesn't have a clear strategy or give you feedback, that's a sign that they're not invested in your success. It's a sign they have no clue and no resources. Even as a new agent, I was surrounded by and not afraid to go to more experienced agents to get guidance where I was lacking. When interviewing an agent, they should be able to share strategies for multiple situations, so don't be afraid to ask questions. If this, then what? Ask those kind of questions. Offer a few scenarios to your realtor, then see how they react and answer. If they go blank, or at least can't honestly say, I don't know, but I will find out and get back to you before the end of the day, then reconsider your relationship with them. Agents should respond promptly. If you're always waiting on them, you're losing opportunities. The number one complaint I hear from people about realtors is bad communication. Even for me as a realtor reaching out to another realtor, I have a hard time getting a hold of them, so I can only imagine what it's like for their clients. Your realtor should set communication expectations from day one and meet them moving forward. If you can't get your agent on the phone or get a text reply in the same day, you should fire them. It's great to be friendly. Most people want to work with someone they like. There is a limit to how friendly a professional real estate agent will be, or at least a limit to how often they blow smoke. You need an expert, not just a buddy. Expertise should come first. Some realtors tell you what you want to hear, so you sign a commitment form with them, and that's not right or honest. Does your agent take charge? A great agent offers advice and leads the way rather than waiting for you to ask. This kind of goes back to having a plan, but beyond that, they should be proactive. Giving advice is good, but giving advice and then leading the process is better. You have enough stress and decisions ahead of you, so you need an agent that can take some of that baggage off your lap and handle it. Your agent should be easy to reach. If you're constantly playing phone tag, it could be a sign they aren't prioritizing you. But to differentiate this from communication, your agent should be available after hours too. I don't mean at 10 p.m. at night or 4 a.m. in the morning, but they should be available to talk to you in the evenings and on weekends. An agent that doesn't work weekends isn't an agent that cares much about you and your goals. And even if they only communicate via text or email, it's better than not at all. Agents with no support team can miss deadlines and details. An organized team keeps everything running smoothly. Now, I don't mean you need to hire like a team of realtors. Most realtors have brokerages that support them even though they are themselves, like for me, for example, an independent contractor. Again, for example, I work alone, I answer my own phone calls, I handle my own paperwork. However, I have a great company that supports me, and if I'm sick and I have a buyer that needs to see a house, I have people I can reach out to help me with that. I have admin that helps me ensure my contracts are correct and they're properly saved and submitted, and then I'm following guidelines and laws. You should find out how many other clients the agent in front of you has. We're just people, and if that realtor doesn't have a support team or an infrastructure and you're the 4th or 10th active client, then maybe you won't be the priority for them. So tread carefully. Regular updates are key. If your agent isn't keeping you informed, something's off. I'm tapping back on the communication topic again, but it's important. Our job as real estate agents are to communicate with our clients, whether it's educating, updating, checking in, whatever. Our job is communicating first and everything else is secondary. Your realtor should have a schedule that is created around your communication preferences. They should be asking who the go-to person is to call and update. If the client is a couple, they should set expectations of when they will reach out and how they will reach out. Processes should be explained clearly. If you're always confused, that's a red flag. All the forms, steps, in buying and selling is hard enough, so your realtor should be able to break it all down and explain it in a way that puts you at ease and helps you better understand what you're walking into and going through. Before getting to the final 10 red flags, I'd love for you to check out my September market update video. You can watch that out by clicking here or following the link in the description. Also, if you're thinking of buying or selling in East Tennessee or anywhere in the country, or you just have questions about East Tennessee or real estate in general, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is in the description, also floating around here. And while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. It's free, it's easy, and it really helps me out. Agents need to know the local market inside and out. If they don't, you're not in good hands. How can they provide proper feedback on market numbers with real insight if all they are doing is repeating numbers they can pull offline? How can they really guide you and your family in buying the right home in the right community if they don't know the community? Think about it. Real estate is full of tough conversations. A good agent doesn't hide from them. They don't wait for you to ask them or bring up the topic either. They follow a weekly communication plan and they bring their concerns to you, tell you your solutions or your options, and then let you make the decisions. And they shouldn't be afraid to push back a little if they disagree with your decision. Real estate is very emotional, and your realtor should play both their job as a consultant but also a devil's advocate to help you, their clients, think through and around different scenarios and situations so that you make the better decision. Experience counts, and if your agent's advice is shaky or non-existent, then they're not experienced enough. Now, caveats to this are agents that have a brokerage or a company behind them with real experience. The way you test this is when your inexperienced agent, or you think they're inexperienced, honestly tells you that they don't have an answer, then count down how long it takes them to get that answer to you. If they can get you a proper answer that day, their inexperience can be forgiven because they likely have a broker or a mentor on speed dial that does have good experience. If it takes them 24 hours or more to get you an answer, or they bring an answer that doesn't sound right, then probably find another agent. We live in a digital world. If your agent is stuck in the past with their marketing, your home won't reach today's buyers. Buyers are using the internet, they're online, they're using apps, so make sure your marketing matches that. An agent's connections can make or break a deal. Without a network, you're losing potential buyers. Without a network, as a buyer, your agent can lose you precious time. So make sure your realtor has people on speed dial, contractors, inspectors, lenders, all the above. Now, honesty is critical, and if you catch your agent lying, it's definitely time to move on. Not much to add there. Anyone that is willing to lie to you is not worth your time. Real estate requires full-time commitment. If your agent is juggling other jobs, they're not giving you 100%. In addition, if this is his or her part-time hobby job, then they're probably not going to put you as a priority. You deserve to be priority. You and your agent should share the same objectives. If they're not aligned, it's a recipe for disaster. Now, the agent's objectives and goals should simply be to help you reach yours. Anything else is secondary, and if they show signs that it's not that way, reconsider working with them. Negotiation is another key aspect of real estate, and if your agent can't negotiate, well, you'll leave money on the table. Going back to hard conversations, if you push back on a realtor during pricing conversations and they immediately fold and tell you what you want to hear, then imagine how they're going to fold when they're supposed to be fighting for you and your best interests at the negotiation table. Now, the final red flag is more geared towards sellers, but quick buyer response is critical. And if your agent is slow to follow up, you're losing potential offers. Your listing agent should be providing feedback from buyers after every showing. Now, I'm not saying they need to talk to you every day unless there's an expectation you laid out with them that that's the way things need to be. But at a minimum, part of their weekly communication schedule should be providing feedback from buyers and their agents from the showings of that week, and as well as local market updates. Remember, the right agent makes all the difference, so choose wisely. Don't be afraid to interview and ask a lot of questions. Your realtor should be a professional that provides honest consulting, quick feedback, a little pushback, and make you feel like they're working for you. Anything else isn't good enough. And if you found any of this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for real estate tips every week, as well as a little insight into life in East Tennessee. That's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a shout. All right, well, that's it. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.